Thank you so much. I don't know whether it'd be the right time to bother all of you right now because I know it must be a bleeding time right from 10:20 in the morning. And especially when you're told that there's a concluding session and then you've got one more officer coming and speaking to you. So I would not take much time of yours, but then thank you, ET World, for bearing with me. And thank you for supporting me to come and speak over and rightly accommodating after the bigger projects. So rightly said, probably I think I'm the last speaker, if I'm not wrong, and I would not bother the audience much after this. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity and good evening, wonderful audience who are here. It's been an immense pleasure and honor to be a part of ET tomorrow. Presently, right now, and probably a part of the sustainability world, which is right there tomorrow. I just landed right now from the airport and directly I have just hopped in here. So I'm sorry for making you wait for this. Without further delay, I would talk about a very relevant topic in terms of sustainability. Why I'm here is because sustainability cannot be made relevant without Gujarat being in that scenario. So probably since Gujarat is one of the leading states in renewable energy, I've probably come here to re-energize you apart from the ET conference today, and just conclude it off saying that the next place, if you are looking for sustainability, is this place on the map of the western part of India. So having said that, I would just move you to this. Why Gujarat, first of all? So Gujarat, having said that, when there was a solar power which was being sold at 15 rupees per megawatt in the year, say 2014, and there was no major solar policies driving this ahead, Gujarat government came up with this policy way back in 2009. So in 2009, I would say Gujarat launched its solar policy, which MNRE also picked it up on a bigger scale in the year 2014. So having said that, Gujarat launched its solar policy. We started off with something called the Charanka Ultra Mega Solar Power Park, which is about 1,000 megawatts in the year 2011, which finally took off in the year 2015. So when the entire country was looming around saying, how is this going to happen? When we were all occupied with, say, 90 to 92% of thermal power and about 8 to 10% of hydropower. This is where the solar radiation started and we started picking up. So having started in 2011, we moved on to the windmill projects later on. And from there, we started off to 2014 to the second ultra mega major solar park, which is in a place called Raganesada, which is on the adjoining border of the Indo-Pak border and adjoining Gujarat and Rajasthan. After which we started off with the construction of the world's largest solar park. I'm sure a lot of you are introduced to this. Presently, this is under construction. In 2 years' time, we would be on the world map. So this is one which would be visible from space. We are building the world's largest 30,000 megawatt ultra mega or ultra mega solar park in Kutch, Khavda, adjoining the Indo-Pakistan border. We've already charged 500 megawatts. 3.2 gigawatt is getting charged in the month of May. It is a kind of public as well as private kind of investment in which 50% almost is coming from the private sector and the remaining 50% is coming from power sector units, which is all PSUs, which is based on Government of India as well as Government of Gujarat PSUs. I represent Gujarat Power Corporation Limited, which is a nodal agency for the Khavda Solar Park. We are also the nodal agency for the green hydrogen mission of India, which I'm sure the morning the esteemed members from Ministry of New and Renewable Energy would have spoken. We have an ambitious 5 million metric ton per annum, and Gujarat has ambitious plans of 1 million metric per annum, which has transpired into 3 million metric per annum in the coming months. So I would say that 2/3 of India's green hydrogen is going to come from Gujarat again. So we are driving that force once again. And apart from that, we are also the nodal agency for the 24/7 battery energy storage projects, which is going to come up. Apart from battery energy storage, we are also in advanced discussions for coming up with helio projects, which are CSP, which is called the thermal storage projects, which will have molten salt and molten sand as the storage parts, which has a better efficiency than, say, lithium ion or alkaline ion, which is like supposed to be 3 hours of backup, whereas we are coming up with thermal projects, thermal storage projects, which would be about 19 hours of storage. So it's going to open up the Indian part of the western part of India, again would be leading in this kind of stories. So having said that, I just want to throw up some kind of statistics which would be relevant to you. One is that India's, out of Gujarat's portfolio, we have 46% of installed RE capacity. And we are quite ambitious to take it up to 75%, which is not an easy task, because if you speak practically, getting away from thermal is not an easy task. We keep discussing on this repeatedly, but to have achieved 450 gigawatts of renewable energy by 2030, I think we need to take it up. So having said that, we are the leading state in wind power. We have surpassed the state of Tamil Nadu, and we are India's #1 wind generator. Having said that, we are India's second biggest wind generator after the state of Rajasthan. In 2 months, we are overtaking Rajasthan. So we are again on the map first to be the India's largest generator of hybrid solar and wind power. And in the days to come, I will just be throwing about such kind of innovations that are coming. So these are the major renewable energy projects in Gujarat. I'll not take much time into this. This is the first solar park that we did in a place called Charanka. We get an UDC out of this, and we earn, say, something about 20 to 25 crores of just profit from leasing out this land to the major developers. So this is one model I think many other states have done. States like Karnataka, Orissa, Andhra Pradesh, Rajasthan, of course, has done a very big scale in the Badla area. So this is one of those sustainable projects that is happening. So this started off at 15 rupees per megawatt in the year 2014-15. We are now the DISCOMs are purchasing power at the rate of 2.73 as of now. So under PM Kusum, we are going down to 2.54. So this is what was feasible under the leadership and the visionary then Chief Minister of the state. This is the second solar park which I spoke about. This is the Raganesada Ultra Mega Solar Energy Park. Like I told you, it started off at 15 per unit. We are selling it at 2.83 per unit right now. And this is one to see. And we are going off with the phase 2. We are coming up with another 1,000 megawatt in about 3 months from now. So we are be doing the tenders for this. I invite the players, whoever is in this hall, to please come and participate. But nevertheless, we are also working with the Solar Energy Corporation of India to take it to the next level. This is the third one. So I'm sure some of you must be aware of this. This is the village called Modera, which has, I'm sure India, you must have heard two major sun temples. One is in Konark in Orissa, and the second one is in a place called Mehsana in Gujarat, 1 hour through from Ahmedabad. So this is the sun temple, which is completely solar powered. We have got it lit by solar power, and we have a light and sound show in the evening, which is run on solar power. So this village, which is grid connected, is India's first solar village. The entire village runs on solar power, and during the night we provide power from those batteries that are installed there. So having said that, we claim to be the #1 solar village, and now we are taking it to the next level. We are coming up with one each in every district in the coming days to come. So that would be under the coming mission of the PM Surya Ghar Bijli Yojana. Under the solar rooftop scheme, we will also be taking more. So this is worth visiting because each house also has its own solar rooftop, and it also has a grid-connected solar plant which is nearby the village, which we put it in the common space. So that supplies the battery power to the village in the night time. This is what is amazing. This is spread over 72,400 hectares, which is again spreading out to 1 lakh hectares. Given the advantage of Gujarat having arable wasteland, and we also have a very proactive wasteland policy, which has helped us to get this done. So this is under the ISTS waiver scheme, which will have to be done before 2025. We have got 765 kilowatt transmission lines running from there. So you would be surprised that the people working there erect 765 transmission lines of 100 kilometers in 6 months. So that is the speed at which it's picking up, because you need to complete it by 2025. If it is delayed by a while, I'm sure this power is going to come up, lit up entire into the western part of the world. But since it is an ISTS project and comes under the power grid, this power will go to the rest of India. It is not just for Gujarat. It is for the national energy security. So most of the power is coming out of Gujarat to the nation. Till now, it's about 3,200 megawatts has been charged by this month, and we are expecting another 15,000 megawatts to be done by the end of next year. So 30,000 megawatts, and this huge space is going to be visible from space. That is what we're expecting, and work is in progress severely. So this is one part of the decarbonization goal that we are all talking about. I'm sure during conferences what happens is people speak about UNFCCC, IPCC, our COP28 agreements, but unless we relatively transpire that to the land, it's all going to be on paper. So I would say more that we believe in getting things done and delivered rather than keep speaking and not deliver. So this is how it is delivered, and I'm sure all of you are welcome to Gujarat to witness this amazing growth story that's happening sometime. So these are the wind projects. Luckily, a month back, because of the growth story of the wind sector and having good wind inflow, tunnel inflow inside the Gulf of Kutch and Gulf of Khambat in Gujarat, we've been able to slightly move ahead of the state of Tamil Nadu, because till date, Tamil Nadu was number one and Karnataka was also following suit. So now Gujarat leads in the wind portfolio. To your surprise, I'll also talk about one slide which is coming in the later stages, which is in advanced stages. So without further delay, because it's a limited time that's been given to me, this is the way forward for sustainability. So we are coming up with a pilot project, obviously for which I had a meeting, and tomorrow I'm just staying back for this. We are coming up with a nearshore windmill project, which is just outside the shore. So this is for the first time in India. This is going to be just 100 megawatts, 1,000 meters from the offshore of the state of Gujarat, of the shore of Bhavnagar. It's in a place called Mahua. So this will slowly transpire into the near shore and later on to the offshore wind in the country. So two states, Gujarat and Tamil Nadu, are competing with each other, not competing, or probably trying to work out the modalities. One is off the coast of Dhanushkodi in Tuticorin, and the second is off the coast of Mahua in Bhavnagar in Gujarat. So we are in talks with the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy for 500 megawatts of seabed leasing. So these windmills that you see on ground is going to come on sea. So initially it will all be sea-mounted windmills, ranging from 3 megawatts to the world's largest 5 megawatt single turbine windmills. So that is what we are expecting to do this. But I'm saying that it is being over ambitious. But yes, we are trying to be over ambitious to achieve something less than that. Yeah. So this is the first offshore wind project which we are planning, 100 megawatts, and phase one is 500 megawatt. And the ultimate plan of the government of India apparently is 30 gigawatts on the sea. So quite ambitious for India. It's been looming around for about 5-6 years. A lot of developers approaching. Some things are catching up. But yes, we are trying to push this ahead. So hopefully, God willing, we think this will happen soon. That's what is the plan. And this is the final slide where I would say, if we are talking about 5 million metric tons per annum, 3 million metric tons per annum are going to come from Gujarat. So this is the promise, and we are delivering. As of now, as per the SECI tenders, which is the bids have been opened, and people have got the performance links incentives for electrolyzer manufacturing and hydrogen. We've got major industries who have already started the works in green hydrogen. So in the last Vibrant Gujarat Summit that happened, about 12 lakh crores of investments in green hydrogen has been promised to the state. I'm sure it will take about 4 to 5 years to roll out. But the challenge is again getting back to $1 per kg or per liter. I'm sure Jyotilal sir spoke in the morning. So I mean, there are a lot of champions who are trying to champion this and trying to get the cost down. There are certain pilot tests that are happening where they're trying to send hydrogen via existing pipelines, which were built way back in 1975, because according to the research papers in Springer and Kluwer, which says new pipelines may not be able to stably send hydrogen, whereas pipelines which are old enough could kind of stably send them. So they are exploring at new opportunities of using multiple use cases of hydrogen in terms of ammonia, in terms of fuel cell stacks. Research is happening on the ground for trying to transport hydrogen via pipelines. One or two major corporate companies have also made a tie-up and converting about 500 internal combustion hydrogen engines, which has already started in the place called Jamnagar. We've got about 300 trucks already there. We're also working on green hydrogen charging stations. If you look at the overall world map, apart from Europe and the US, California is one state in the US which has umpteen number of hydrogen fueling charging stations, whereas the entire US also does not have it. And states, the United States, Australia, Europe are all fighting this case. But we think and we believe that India would be one of the leaders in this disruption technology of green hydrogen. So having said that, the world is looking for better use cases, better vehicles, better efficient vehicles. During Vibrant Gujarat, we also got to see the car Toyota Mirai. I think there are only 3 cars in India. Obviously, our transport minister also uses one. So we did the calculations on paper. I do have those calculations on paper. Wherein we worked, it was slightly even 1 rupee lesser than diesel and petrol. But the point is the cost of production of such engines, which are hybrid engines, basically run on battery as well as hydrogen, are very few. So the cost of the car is about 65 lakhs, whereas the import duty is more than that. So that is where the cost of the car comes to about 1.2 crores, which an average Indian cannot buy. So I think the fuel cost and the fuel stack production, once it happens in India, along with subsidies and performance incentives, I'm sure this story is also going to be happening in India. And I'm sure by 2047, if you are imagining it Viksit Bharat, I think this is the way to see ahead. So thank you. And this is one which I just wanted to say that Greenfield BES is also the talk of the town. We've been trying this. We got one plant running, but of course, the cost-wise, it's being a little bit heavy on us. So we are planning and we are trying to do a pilot project on Helio CSP, where it would be like a circle of mirrors pointing towards one place, heating those turbines and produce electricity. But I think it's too early to talk about things which is not done. So I think once it is done, we should talk about it. These are stories which we've already done. So I am happy to ET World for this wonderful opportunity and bearing with me for this quite short time. I'm thankful to the wonderful audience who've been patiently listening to me. Thank you so much.